So we do see a dual lane going top, but with Dazzle, so it is going to be a tri-lane on tri-lane. Which tri-lane do you feel has the advantage?
Alright, hopefully this is working now. Yes?
Yep.
Yes.
We hear
Cool. So, the tri-lane of... I was right on the tri-lane thing, and I was... Okay. So, I don't like the OD mid, because I feel like, again, but that's metagaming, so... Currently, I feel like... I don't think this Animage is going to get anything. I don't think he can risk it, because Death Prophet's eventually going to get silenced, and at that point, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. I don't like Gray first on the Dazzle, but...
I see.
I think he could be a little more greedy here.
Yeah.
I think it's going to come down to, though, is that Lich is going to be controlling the lane very well. And I think that's going to be Animage's only chance to get farm, is if good lane control happens.
Alright, so let's look at the other lanes. We have Viper against OD. How do you feel about that matchup?
Murdercat.
It's not great. He can just get Nether Toxin and Corrosive Skin. He doesn't even need mana, so stealing his intelligence isn't going to do anything. Once he gets more points into Nether Toxin, he's just going to be hitting like a truck. But he went and got Poison Attack anyway.
I see. Well, he's maxing out Nether Toxin. Alright, so we have this bottom lane matchup, Sasuke against switching lanes. I think it's pretty clear that Storm has the advantage here, and from the last hitting it shows, Storm is up 9 last hits to 3, but could be due to just Storm outplaying the Nature's Prophet. So, let's see. See some pinging going on.
Ouch.
And yeah, Fiery Snake is not having.
right-click.
Yeah, he's not having a good time up here, as expected from a 3 range lane. With Avenge hasn't gotten the aura yet, but I suspect probably level 2 will get aura. Just for that extra.
We'll see we're going to see level 2 wave here just for the Minus Armor and the
I see.
Vision.
And they blocked off the small camp after 1 stack, so they don't want Pussy Wagon to be pulling that.
My only concern here is, like, again, that Minus Armor is going to build up pretty soon. Although they are only going to have the wave early, wave plus Shadow Wave, so double waves, is very strong, and AMH has got to watch that as he goes in for last hits.
I've been watching the last hit charts, and Viper is just dominating middle. I mean, it was even, and then 3 waves must have passed by, and Viper looked like he got everything. So
yeah, currently it's very, very far in favor of no promises. I'm a little surprised that really on the tri lane it's nobody getting the farm currently.
Oh yeah, I didn't notice that either.
This tri lane has a massive 5 hits for no promises compared to the 8 last hits for Animage alone.
Yeah. Maybe Truck Waffle, the captain, is concentrating too much on commanding his team.
Or just trying to harass.
Yeah.
Oh.
And again, we're just seeing the damage that this is doing.
Yeah, I mean, AM's getting some farm, but he's quickly running out of regen. He had to receive some stuff, some from his teammates.
This wave is spammable, and each wave is reducing their armor by 3, and like 2 base armor on Animage, 2 base on Sand King, 1 base on
Oh my
Lich,
goodness! Holy
and there's
cow!
the power of the Dazzle right there.
Right, yeah. That healing wave is physical damage combined with the wave of terror. Just does a ton of damage. If they're almost like letting Fiery Snake try to get last hits and then throwing out the wave as soon as he comes forward.
This is why I didn't like the Anti-Mage pick. I think Clinks would have been much better. There's less of a chance for him to get hit by the waves. Also, he's got a better escape mechanism, I feel. And he can also split push better.
This Storm is chomping down on Tree's bottom.
Yeah, I mean, T has almost twice as much as the next guy, and almost 3 times as much as anyone else on the other team. So he's
just getting all that good farm plus the treants. So
I'm a little curious about this ward down here for TPW in the bottom lane.
Maybe they were expecting a tri-lane, a safe lane tri-lane at the bottom.
Oh, and top Sandshrew dies.
Oof.
He got benched down and poison touched and then crop whiffed. Not a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
it was a good combo.
Yeah, this is something to expect once they got their level 3s, they all got their nukes. This was really rough.
Yeah, and now you're seeing the damage. The same is
Oh,
tanking, and there he
AM
goes.
is done. And
And now
Mothballs
Mothballs.
whiffs!
Oh, big
but-
dodge on the
but-
poison touch.
Yeah, he did dodge that though. But they
The
drop a
sentries
sentry,
already.
and they also had silence, so Tri-Lane wiped. This is not looking good, especially since they went for since they went for a late game lineup. There is hope to recover from this.
Right, but that helps him to not. The problem again still is that Storm Spirit. He's now level 7. And he's
Also-
got 40 last hits.
Also, I wanted to point out that the OD opted to get a level into Arcane Orb and ignored his ult. I personally don't like that. I don't think Arcane Orb does enough early game and doesn't give you... you just can't sustain it without a higher level in Essence Aura, but how do you guys feel about that?
It's almost weird because he does kind of need it against the Viper for the last hitting because Viper does have that Nether Toxin maxed out now. It's a weird matchup in which like the banish is not as good as just being able to get something out of that middle lane.
So you
We're
think
saying that even with the orb, he's still down 10 last hits
Yeah.
because of Viper.
the issue though
But now
is
he's out of mana.
what you see here is that he's completely out of mana even with the bottle. I mean, bottle doesn't
Oh,
do
top
much.
lane.
I'm watching.
A little bit of action going on.
Mhm.
Nothing too major, it looks like.
Looks
Sure,
like
walking back to base.
yeah, and the Aegis Prophet just got harassed out of lane. This is gonna be huge. Storm Spirit going for that Soul Ring build, famously made famous by Eternal Envy. How do you guys feel about that?
Top lane, a little bit of a skirmish.
Ooh, this-
Dazzle's got to be a little careful there. They pinged him, they want him, but he's getting a little too greedy.
But I mean, he has Graves, so he might be. I was more worried about Mothballs on the Sand King because they could just silence him.
The problem is Death Prophet didn't have enough mana for Wave and
I
Silence,
see.
and also there's not enough mana for almost any spells other than Dazzle, so there wouldn't have been a stun, there was going to be no follow-up.
Yeah,
Good play by No Promises to realize that, though.
yeah, there needs to be a Ring of Basilius, hopefully created on the. Everybody on that lane has a Sobi mask. I don't
Bottom
know if
line.
you guys noticed that.
It looks
Ooh.
like
Ooh.
Storm
Storm
Spirit
can't quite
went
get
on
it.
Nature's
Yeah.
Prophet, but
Mhm.
couldn't secure the kill.
Yeah, switching lanes is not having a good time.
Furion starts a TP and then decides not to go back to base. Interesting. He's gonna
Well,
walk
I
back.
mean,
Just running.
I think he'd rather move because you can go. You're a lot more flexible if you save the teleportation for maybe moving into another lane.
Yeah.
Do you think he should just abandon this lane at this point?
I'm not sure. Mothballs goes on Truck Waffle, but there is no follow-up. It seems like there was a little bit of a miscommunication.
Oh, an interesting grave there.
Just better be safe, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, that was a huge silence. All 3 people.
Anyway, Odie getting a very much needed Rich in there.
Yeah.
I almost wonder if the Furion should abandon the lane, because in all honesty, I'm pretty sure Storm's getting more farm with him there. Like,
Oh yeah, because of the summons.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he does have 58 last hits. Kind of ridiculous.
Amage kind of throwing his weight around now. That Ring of Health's really helping him kind of have a little more lane presence.
Yeah, but he should get his boots. I don't know if he's going to skip it, but I definitely think that the kill potential is just way too high for him not to have it, especially since they can stop his blink so easily. And there he grabs his boots.
Oh,
And it looks like there's a rotation middle. Ooh, 4 people rotating middles. Quintessence is dead. That's 1 dead Viper.
And this is kind of what you have to do against the Viper, though, is his lane presence is so strong, the only way to really stop him is to drop him.
Unfortunately for NP, they didn't spot it out, especially since maybe Fiery Snake was playing aggressive to fake out as if he had backup around the corner, but there was a ward, so I'm not sure.
I was a little surprised that he was kind of just standing on creeps getting last hits, and they were just kind of looking at him. I guess maybe they fell for it, maybe not.
Yeah.
And Furion going back to base for a 3rd time.
Well,
Pretty much full health, full mana here, though.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about it. Maybe just to pick up his TP.
Also, not firing off his ult, I'm guessing to maybe help top lane get controlled. And Smoke popped in VS's DD mid. We'll see if they go on the OD.
Alright, let's see if they return the favor. Oh,
Oh, they
he
found
pops it. Oh, he doesn't astral himself. He chooses the Astral, the VS, who had already thrown out the stun, so I'm not so sure about that, but...
I do not like this Dazzle build, and I will tell you why. Poison Touch is ridiculous, folks. If anyone is listening and does not believe in Dazzle in the Toronto, Poison Touch is ridiculous. Shadow Wave is ridiculous. I'm not sure about the second level in Grave, and I feel that Grave... Up top lane.
Yep, yep.
Ooh!
That was an
little
unnecessary Chain Frost, but better safe than sorry, I guess.
That Death Prophet's an important kill right now.
Yep.
But
and what sucks more is that NP didn't get a kill middle during that rotation.
Yeah. And this is the problem with the Shallow Grave, is as good as it is, you do have to have Dazzle near you for it, which is true for all of Dazzle's skills, but I feel like that point would be better spent in Poison Touch or even Shadow Wave.
Bottom lane, we got Sasuke going on Nature's Prophet, but he's probably just going to TP out. Lag issues. Okay, I want to talk about this top lane because it seems like they're managing to claw their way back a little bit.
Yeah, let's take a look at the gold. NP is still up about 2,000 gold, but the experience looks pretty even.
If you look at the tri-lane versus tri-lane farm, Anti-Mage is definitely winning this battle, and I'm
it's not even
really
close.
shocked.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he definitely... This is the one problem with the Dazzle, is all of his stuff does cost a little bit of mana early game, and he doesn't have the best end starting. I think it would have been a lot better. Like, this Poison Touch does a lot more damage, especially with the VS Wave. I would have liked to see it maxed, and if not maxed, I would like to see the Shadow Wave harass a lot more frequently. Dazzle's a very aggressive support, especially in this tri-lane that they've got right here. I feel like they were playing a little bit too passively, and now they're getting a little punished for it.
Yeah, I think the gold lead is mainly due to the Storm Spirit just having such a dominant presence at bottom.
Not even just the Storm, also the Viper.
Yeah, the Viper is doing... Oh, I didn't even realize that he's still 18, even after the kill. He's 18 CS ahead of OD. 18 CS and 25 denies. Holy cow.
Yeah, that another toxin is ridiculous.
Well, it doesn't work on when you deny, though, right?
I think it does. It only does like half damage, but
I feel like it. No, half damage is on creeps. I'm fairly certain it doesn't work on denies. I'm not sure. I'm not completely sure that.
It did at one point, but it no longer does.
Okay.
Good then.
That was due to a glitch that it worked on allies. But even then, like... Viper will force most people out of lane, especially the OD.
So how do you feel about Storm Spirit opting to not level Electric Vortex past level 1?
I know why you're bringing it up, Ty. I know why you're bringing it up, man.
Okay.
Don't do this to me. Fine. I don't like it, but I do like it here because I feel like as a person who used to play some StarCraft, that No Promises is almost going for some sort of timing push. It's really weird because around the mid game they're going to hit pretty hard,
right?
And Storm having a good start is a big part of that. And in order for Storm to have the best start, he's going to have to win his lane, and the current build is really what gives him the best shot of doing that. So I actually do like it here quite a bit.
I see. And I mean, against a Nature's Prophet, you have a pretty good advantage, even without, you don't need to disable him for that long. You can just zip around him for vision, and you can break his trees down if he tries to hide himself, or get vision with Remnant. So there's actually very little that switching lanes can do once Storm has gotten this far ahead.
Yeah, he misplayed this a little bit. He should have just been harassing him, and then if he tried to TP out, he can use his Vortex, but at least he has to go back again.
Let's see. So this Viper looks like he's gonna get the mech for the team, and it's pretty close to completion. He's about 500 gold off, 530. That's gonna be. Do you think that's when NP is gonna look to push, or do you think they're not ready yet?
I think they might wait until Dazzle's 6 just so that they can have the ult, but they could push as soon as the mech is finished. I think they could probably take a couple towers.
It's a little weird because I feel like the mech timing on Storm, or the mech timing on the Viper, and the Orchid timing on Storm's going to be a little bit off. I think